stopped. Oh, it actually stopped. Okay. Okay, that's fine. That's completely fine. Elevators stop sometimes. That's a thing that happens. People get stuck for a little while. Somebody presses a button. Somebody complains. Maintenance shows up looking annoyed, and then life continues. Right? That's how it goes, yes. That's the normal version. You okay? You look a little tense. Well, as tense as someone can look in complete darkness. I can barely see you. Just the outline. A shadow. But I know it's you. I knew it the second you stepped inside. Before the doors even closed. Before the lights went out. Before... Sorry. That sounded strange. Are you claustrophobic? You don't have to answer if you don't want to. I'm just trying to figure out if I should distract you. You know, some people like silence when they're nervous, and other people hate it. They start listening to every tiny sound, every creak, every movement, every breath. And then their imagination starts working overtime. Human brains are kind of mean like that. Did you press the emergency button? Oh, good. That's smart. Good. So somebody knows. Which means eventually somebody will come to fix this. Probably. Hopefully. Maybe. No, they'll come. They have to. We're literally trapped in a metal box. That's kind of hard to ignore. Until then, I guess we're roommates. Temporary elevator roommates. That's a weird sentence. I've never had elevator roommates before. Have you? No, of course not. It is really dark. The kind of dark that feels different from normal darkness. Not peaceful darkness. Not nighttime darkness. Just closed-in darkness. Like the world got folded shut. It's strange. Everything feels smaller, closer, like the rest of the building disappeared. Like there's only this little box left. Just you and me. And nowhere else to be. Not that I'm happy we're trapped. That would be weird. I mean, obviously I don't want you to be uncomfortable. I'm just trying to find the silver lining. That's what people do, right? I've seen you around before. A lot, actually. You probably know that. Not because we talked. We never really talked. You always seemed busy. Or tired. Usually tired. You have a tired walk. Did you know that? Not physically tired. mentally tired. Like somebody who's carrying 10 different thoughts everywhere. Like somebody who keeps solving problems nobody else notices. Sorry, that probably sounds creepy. Analysing your walk. Most people don't do that. Actually, that's not true. People observe each other all the time. They just don't admit it. I notice things. Little things. Like how you always hold the door open for people. Even when they're still pretty far away. Even when it makes you awkwardly stand there for 10 seconds. You always do it. And the way you check your pockets twice before leaving. Phone, keys, wallet. Then check them again, just in case. And the way you always look exhausted when you get home. But somehow still nod politely at everyone. Like you're saving the last little bit of energy you have for being kind. I like that about you. Oh, that sounded... wow. Okay, we're moving fast. I'm sorry. This is what happens when I get nervous. I talk a lot. Sometimes too much. Especially when I'm around someone I don't know very well. At least officially. You know, this is probably the longest we've been together. Isn't that weird? Months of passing each other, months of little nods, and months of almost conversations, and somehow being trapped in a broken elevator is what finally gets us alone. Very romantic. Extremely normal. Definitely not the beginning of a horror movie. Oh, you smiled. I heard that. See? That's better. You should smile more. I know everybody says that, but in your case it's true. You spend so much time looking serious, like you're guarding something. And maybe you are. Maybe you are. Can I ask you something? You don't have to answer, but have you ever felt lonely in a crowded room? Like, really lonely? Because you seem like someone who has. Not because there's something wrong with you, just because sometimes when I see you, you look like you're somewhere else. Even when you're standing right there. I know that feeling. It's funny. Being lonely around people is somehow worse than being lonely by yourself. When you're alone, at least it makes sense. But when you're surrounded by people and still feel disconnected, that's harder. Maybe that's why this doesn't feel as scary to me, because, For the first time, there aren't 100 other people between us. No lobby. No hallway. No distractions. No pretending not to notice each other. Just here. You can sit down if you want. Seriously. No reason to stand the whole time. The floor isn't exactly luxurious, but it's probably better than locking your knees. There you go. That's better. I think I'll sit down too. Makes it feel less formal. Wow, this is really happening. Sorry, I'm still stuck on that. The odds are ridiculous. I used to imagine talking to you sometimes. Not in a weird way. Oh, okay. Maybe a little weird. Fine. More than a little weird. I just wondered what your voice sounded like when you weren't being polite. When you weren't giving one-word answers to neighbours. When you weren't trying to get somewhere. I wondered what you were like. And now you're here. And somehow that's making me more nervous than being trapped. You know what's funny? You always seemed untouchable. Not arrogant, not cold, just difficult to reach. Like there was always one extra step between you and everybody else. And I think people mistake that. They think quiet people are confident. Sometimes they're not. Sometimes they're just careful. You seem careful. I wonder what made you that way. Sorry, you don't have to answer that. That's personal. I keep forgetting we technically just met. Well, technically. You ever have one person who gets stuck in your head? Not a celebrity, not a crush exactly, just someone. Someone you notice once, then twice. And then suddenly you're noticing them everywhere, and every time you see them, you become a little more familiar. Even though you've never spoken, like a song you keep hearing through a wall. That's a nice comparison. I like that one. A song through a wall, close enough to hear, too far away to touch. Until tonight. And now I'm saying weird things again. You should stop me when I get weird. You didn't stop me. Interesting. You know, most people spend their lives trying not to notice things. It's easier. Easier to rush. Easier to look at their phones. Easier to stay inside their own little worlds. But I've always noticed things. Patterns. Habits. The little details people leave behind. And you. You leave a lot of details behind. Not intentionally. You just don't realise anyone is paying attention. Like how every Thursday you come home later than usual, and you're always more tired on those nights. Or how you sometimes stand in the lobby pretending to check your messages, even when your phone screen is dark, because you're gathering energy before going upstairs. I know that feeling too. See, that's the funny thing. The more I noticed you, the more I started finding pieces of myself. Not because we're the same. We're not. You're calmer. Kinder. Better. But there are similarities. The way you avoid crowds when possible. The way you always choose corners over the centre of a room. And the way you look relieved when plans get cancelled. Sorry, that one might have been projection. You know what's embarrassing? I used to tell myself I wasn't paying attention, that it was coincidence. Then one day, I realised I could predict when I'd see you, not because I was trying to, but because I'd already memorised your routines. That was probably the moment I should have gotten worried, but instead I felt happy, and that should have worried me even more. Hey, don't tense up. I'm not saying that to scare you. I'm saying it because, well, I think you deserve honesty. Most people never tell the truth about how they feel. They edit themselves, trim away the ugly parts, the needy parts, the desperate parts, the parts that make them look foolish. And I think that's sad. Because sometimes the foolish parts are the most sincere. Can I tell you something embarrassing? Something really embarrassing. Good. There were days I'd walk into the lobby, and if you happened to be there, my entire mood would improve. Just like that. No conversation, no interaction. Just seeing you. And I hated that. I hated that somebody I barely knew could affect me so much. It felt unfair. Like I'd handed over control without permission. Maybe that's why I kept watching. Trying to figure out why. Trying to solve the problem. But every answer just led back to the same thing. I liked you. Simple. Awful. Embarrassing. I liked you. And the more I liked you, the more impossible it became to pretend I didn't. And that's the dangerous thing about feelings. People think they stay the same size, but they don't. You feed them attention and they grow. You feed them imagination, they grow. You feed them hope, and suddenly they're living in your house and eating all your food. Metaphorically. Mostly. You know, sometimes I'd wonder what would happen if we actually talked. Really talked. Would you like me? Would you find me annoying? Forgettable? Strange? Would you look at me the way I looked at you? I never had an answer. So I kept wondering and wondering and wondering until tonight. Now here we are. And honestly, this isn't what I imagined. It's actually better. Not because you're trapped, but because you're real. You laugh differently than I expected. Your voice, it's warmer. And you're quieter than I imagined. Although, maybe that's because you're deciding whether I'm insane. Fair. Very fair. I'd probably be wondering the same thing, but I'm not insane. Just lonely. And maybe a little too attached. Okay, more than a little. A lot. There, I said it. The world didn't end. The elevator didn't explode. Nothing terrible happened. Just honesty. Strange. You know what? I think you've been carrying this entire situation better than I would have. If I got trapped in an elevator with someone I barely knew, and they started confessing years of feelings, I'd probably be climbing the walls. Metaphorically. Probably. Thank you for listening. Seriously. Even if you're only listening because there's nowhere else to go, thank you. You're very patient. That's another thing I noticed. You never rush people. Most people interrupt. Most people wait for their turn to speak. But you actually listen. Do you know how rare that is? It's dangerous, honestly. People get attached to listeners. Case in point. I think the power might be coming back soon. I don't know why. Just a feeling. And suddenly, I don't want it to. See? There's another ugly truth. Part of me wants this moment to last. Just a little longer. This weird little pause between lives. Before everything goes back to normal. Because once those doors open, things change. We'll have choices again. Distance again. Reality again. And reality is scary. Not because you might reject me, though obviously that would sting. But because reality means uncertainty. Tonight, for the first time, I know exactly where you are. Right here. Beside me. Listening. That feels so nice. Dangerously nice. Hey, you seem calmer now. Your breathing slowed down and your shoulders relaxed. That's good. I'm glad. I didn't want this night to be frightening. Unusual, sure. Memorable, definitely. But not frightening. I want you to remember feeling safe, even with me. Especially with me. Because despite everything I've said, despite all my weird little confessions, despite all the things I probably should have kept to myself, I would never, ever want to hurt you. The thought alone makes my stomach turn. I like you too much for that. Wait, did you see that? I think... No, never mind. Actually, no, I'm pretty sure... There, a faint light. Looks like our time's almost up. How strange. Oh, I spent months imagining what I'd say to you, and now I feel like I haven't said nearly enough. Oh, or maybe I've said too much. Probably that one. Oh, the elevator's moving. Slowly. Very slowly. I guess this is it. The world is starting again. The pause is over. And when those doors open, you don't owe me anything. Not an answer. Not a promise. Not a feeling. Nothing. I just wanted you to know that someone noticed you. That someone cared. That someone thought you were worth remembering. Worth waiting for. And if tomorrow you see me in the lobby and everything feels awkward, that's okay. I'll survive. Probably. But if you smile, if you stop and talk for a minute, if you ask my name, I think I'd like that very much. The doors are opening. There it is. Reality. Good night. And Thank you for being my favourite part of a very strange evening. See you tomorrow. I know you will.